We are going to which shout out. I did not make this list. Shout out Hoops Hype. That's what I'm going to start. Hoop Hype. They released God love every outlet out there that's making content. Thank you. Seriously, because it provides great. It's very helpful.
As somebody else who also writes the show, it's very helpful. I'm shout out Hoops Hype and shout out Chat GPT.
Yep. The list is, it looks like they're going through the positions in the NBA and ranking their top 26 players at that position. Interesting. The point guard rankings that they released earlier, I guess this was last week, I found to be quite interesting. I would really just like to go to the top 10. Well, actually, is there anything not in the top 10 that surprised you on this list, I should say?
Yeah, Stephon Castle was a little bit low. He's 22nd, which, he's top 25, not that big of a deal. But, like, he was really good for San Antonio last year. He, on both sides of the ball, obviously the NBA Rookie of the Year. He's behind guys like Andrew Nembhard, who was good last year, but I thought Stephon Castle was better.
Peyton Pritchard.
Maybe like
he's behind Peyton Pritchard.
Exactly. And Jalen Suggs, who's a great defensive point guard, but struggles some offensively. Like, I feel like Stephon Castle, it could be a little bit higher. And our boy, shout out to the wonder from down under, Josh Giddey is 15th. Like, that feels like. I almost wonder if they got those two swapped. Like, Stephon Castle should have been 15th and Josh Giddey 22nd, because you got Josh Giddey ahead of guys like Kyrie Irving. I don't think so. Like, Giddey had a great year last year, especially like down the stretch. Average, but it's Josh Giddey. Like, there's no way he's the 15th best point guard in the NBA.
Yeah, the shuffling of some of these, the rankings on especially in the back half, I found to be interesting, because it's like, are you ranking it on potential? Because I think Stephon Castle should be higher, whereas Suggs and Pritchard are kind of one-trick ponies. Suggs is a defensive dude. Pritchard is like best utilized from half-court shots. That buzzer beater on the Lakers started that hype. I'm with you. It's like some of the back half, especially with Giddey. Giddey's not even signed yet.
He might be playing in Australia next year.
Be wild. Then you get to the top 10. For me, one thing I guess the biggest thing that jumped out to me. Well, do you consider Luka Doncic a point guard? Because I guess he's ranked second on this list, and he handles the ball a lot, but like, I just don't consider him a point guard personally.
I mean, with that logic, like, we could put Paulo Banchero, we could put LeBron James on this list.
Put Luka Doncic on this list.
That's it. Like, and Luka's more like a 2-3 that's a point forward, like, is what he truly is. And
that's what I thought.
Like, if you're going to put Luka on here again, then you need to put LeBron and you need to put Banchero, because they both handle the basketball a lot for their respective teams, which is going to be an interesting dynamic in LA. Once again, Drew and I talked about that the other day. Like, it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how LeBron and Luka can kind of play together, or if one of them is willing to take a back seat. Spoiler alert, I don't think either one of them are. But
we know Jake LaRavia commands the ball too. So
it dominates the ball.
Yeah, I know Drew loves that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. They're going to put those guys on there. I mean, the Lakers, I guess, don't have a true point guard. Marcus Smart ain't it. I guess it's going to have to be Luka. I don't know. I don't think he belongs on this list.
Yeah, all that to say, you take Luka. Ja Morant is still outside the top 5. That's what I wanted to mainly talk about. He's listed at number 8 on this list. Ahead of him.
I don't hate their logic.
I don't either.
Go ahead.
I don't either. It's when you look at who's ahead of him, it's James Harden, it's Trae Young, it's Steph Curry. I get Steph. Cade Cunningham. You and I both are big Cade.
I'll concede that.
I'll concede that as well. That's 2 that I'm here for. Jalen Brunson, I will also concede. Luka Doncic. Like I said, he's number 2. Take it what you will. I don't know. He's not on my list. And then SGA's number 1. So that's 4 dudes that I'll concede I'm okay with being on this list. The fact that you've got James Harden and Trae Young both directly ahead of Ja Morant, for me, it's those 3. The fact that it's not, and I know we're biased. I know that you and I are both biased. I would definitely put Ja, to me, Ja's better than both of them. We know what Trae Young can do, and we've seen what James poo-poo the bed Harden does in the playoffs. And this isn't a playoff ranking list. I just think that he's better than those two guys.
Yeah, I think like the top five, I might like if we get real picky again, Luca doesn't belong in the point guard conversation. We could get picky, and I think Cade Cunningham is better than Jalen Brunson. I know Brunson's a bit more clutch, but I like Cade. Maybe I just like Cade's style of ball better. And also, I don't guess I realized this, but there were two players in the NBA last year that put up 26, 6, and 9. Nikola Jokic and Cade Cunningham. Like that's the list, end
Oh,
of list. And so
damn.
like is already an all NBA player. He plays a bit of defense, whereas Jalen Brunson gets absolutely hunted defensively, much like Trae Young, much like James Harden defensively. Ja has gotten better defensively. He was better last year defensively, at least
Yes.
at getting in the way. Like he's not a plus defender by any means. But Luke, it's hard to argue with their logic because they did kind of spell out like, yes, he's dynamic. Yes, was becoming an All NBA player, and then what happens with most super athletic point guards is happening to Ja Morant, and it's injuries, and that's what they're talking about. Like he has played in more than 63 games just one time in his career, and over the past 2 years, Morant has played in just 59 games combined. So, if anything, we're taking a leap of faith, ranking him this highly here. Let's see if he proves us right. That's hard to argue with. Yes, we're a bit biased. Yes, I think Ja Morant's one of the top 5, 6, 7 point guards in the NBA when healthy. But by factoring in health, this might be where he's supposed to be, given what we've seen so far. That's not a knock against his talent or him as a person. It's simply because a player's best ability is availability. And you look ahead of him, and these guys have been available and able to play.
Man, you did it. I was looking for a pair of sunglasses. Hearing you say it, this is exactly how I felt when I read this article. It's like I just needed to remove my Homer glasses.
Yeah.
Because when you see the numbers that you just said, like only over 65 games once and only 50 something games in the past 2 seasons, that's kind of startling. When you see it listed out and when you hear it like that, you're like,
and most of them are not his
okay.
fault. Daniel Tice bodied him. Lou Dort snatched him out of midair. Like things have happened to him that are outside of control. Jake LaRavia tried to murder him with that pass, and Christian Coloco helped as well. And he had essentially a hip injury that you get in a high speed car wreck. And it's like bad. Like sometimes if it wasn't for bad injury luck, Ja wouldn't have any luck at all. And so this is not his fault. I'm not bashing Ja. I love Ja Morant as much as the next. Behind me, you will see him dunking on LeBron James. It's one of my favorite pictures ever. I love me some Ja Morant. But a player's best ability is availability. And there's a quick and easy way to move up this list, and that's play 65, 70 games.
Yeah, it's like say what you want about Harden and Trae Young, but
they play.
They play. I mean, they're I believe those two were jockeying for the third All NBA spot, and that's a conversation.
And neither of them, and neither of them are as athletic as Ja. They play a completely different style of game, especially old ass AARP Harden, who gets a senior discount when he goes to the strip clubs, which we all know he loves frequent. But like they play a different style of game to where they're not trying to be athletic and at the rim. And I hope Ja is taking some notes because I love watching Ja slash and cut, and that's who he is. But like we've said it for years, Luke, if he can figure out that midi and just like a little like that decel that Jalen Wells does, that he hits like a little pop-up midi at the free throw line or whatever, like that could be an elite part of his game with everybody expecting him to attack the rim. I mean, Ja could have 40 points a night if he can figure out that little pull-up mid-range jumper.
Well, you know what, and say what you want. I mean, to take a little magnifying glass to the Nike commercial. There's no dunking. It is a layup that he attempts that makes everybody go crazy. Like if he can figure out that midi and like if he can. I see you, Jalen.
Jalen said it better than I.
Jalen gets it. Jalen gets it. Yeah, man. I'm. This is one of those things where I would love to like fast forward to the middle of the season and see where we're at because I'm excited for this. I'm ready for basketball.
I am too, and I think again, like Ja hears all the stuff. We know he's active on social media. He's liked and retweeted some of our tweets and stuff. But like, I'm ready for him to put his money where his mouth is and get healthy.
Yep. Me too.